This is fantastic. We're both like Peace Country girls.
Yeah.
Like born and raised Peace Country?
Okay, so basically I was actually born in Beaver Lodge.
Okay.
Which is, just right over there.
The home of the giant beaver.
Home of the giant
The home of the giant beaver.
That's what I tell everybody.
Yeah. I was born in Fairview.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Yeah, I know something about you. Born in Beaver Lodge, raised in Grand Prairie. I think for the first 4 years of my life, my mother and I did a lot of traveling, which might contribute somewhat to my nomadic spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically settled in Grand Prairie from the time I was 4 till my 20s.
Fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna get past the whole 20s thing. Mm-hmm. And Kaylee, I want to hear from you. Tell me your story since turning 30.
Since turning 30, I was so scared to turn 30. And actually being 27 was like the worst year of my life. But once I finally turned 30, I remembered all the stories that my mother used to tell me about how once you turn 30, you actually gain like all this confidence that you never had when you were in your 20s.
And wisdom.
And like it absolutely happened. Turning 30s, being in my 30s is, I really feel like I just get better every year. And it is such a blessing.
So tell me some of your greatest accomplishments since turning 30.
Since turning 30, one of my greatest accomplishments, well, I'm currently raising a teenager because I had a son when I was 22 years old. So I think it's pretty cool that when I'm 40, he's going to be 18 years old and I'm going to be absolutely free. It's amazing.
Are parents ever really free from their kids?
And he's like, him and I, we're very tight, so I mean, I don't want to be free anyway. But I think since I've turned 30, some of my greatest accomplishments are like becoming a full-time musician, making that like the way that I make my money and my living, and being able to support my child, and really pursuing all the things that I want. It wasn't until I was in my 30s that I really went for it, because I had that confidence. I had that desire, the motivation came, all these things, to build the life that I wanted.
And what would you say is the attitude that you possess to reach those accomplishments?
I think I kind of, well, I know I'm definitely a free spirit. So I remember when I was younger, people would suggest that I should look into trades or look into nursing or something that they thought that I would be good at doing as a backup career. And my attitude is that there is no backup. I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's all there is to it. And I was told recently that my sense of freedom is liberating to the people around me. And that, I mean, being told that was a beautiful gift. It was really special to hear that, because that really touches me, and that's what I want for other people as well.
And so would you consider that liberation part of being an inspiration?
Yeah, I think that's definitely possible. Not very humble to say, but yeah.
Okay, and so let's talk about being an inspiration to others, because I find that with me, when people say that what I'm doing inspires them, I'm really struggling with the fact that, how does that make me feel on the inside?
It's motivating. It makes me want to be a better person. It makes me want to take care of myself better, because like I'm always hardest on myself more than anyone else. So to hear that I inspire people, it's great, and it inspires me in return to do better and to try harder and to attempt to be a role model, if you will.
Yeah. And then there's the hard question that people struggle with. How do you overcome fear and negative thinking?
That is a hard question.
I know, that's why I ask it.
My personality has a wax and wane with mood, and sometimes when I'm most creative, it comes from when I'm maybe in a negative space. So I think the way that I actually overcome fear and negativity is to embrace it, feel it, and then let it leave. And so I have a lot of songs that aren't the most super positive songs in the world, but what they are is a release. And I think that that's part of music too, is when I hear a song that's not super positive, that's maybe sad, you get to feel those feelings. And then once you've allowed yourself to feel them, you can let them go. And fear, I think that part of how I overcome fear is I really only surround myself with, I actually refer to my people as a council, if you will. I surround myself with people who push me to be better and who don't allow me to make excuses for myself. I have no yes people around me ever. I actually have a lot of people who are contrarians, if you will. And I find that having people like that in my life, when I want to make excuses for something and I don't want to do something because I'm nervous or scared about it, I talk to my friends about it and they won't allow me to do that. They push me. So I surround myself with people who push me, and when I maybe wouldn't usually go for something, it's because of them that I do.
I like to call those people my vibe tribe or my community of support.
Right, totally. Yeah.
They're the ones that are going to be like honest when you need them to be honest,
Yes.
and they're the ones that are going to call you on your
Totally. Totally.
and then, or they're the ones that are just going to ask the right questions, and you don't want them necessarily to give you the answers, but what we want them is to hear if they've got a story that goes along with it, or if they're the ones that just let you do the verbal diarrhea and now sit with it and I can make a plan.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what we gotta do. I mean, we have to support each other. It does take a community. It takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes a village just to survive as a human being.
Oh, raise an adult?
Yeah.
Or take care of the adults when they get older,
And
right?
We need care too. We need care too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, if you could give the world one piece of advice.
This has like been a reoccurring theme for me, but I would say to not give in to the limitations that we think that we have in our society about what we should be doing, and what, like, choosing wealth over happiness, or choosing things as opposed to really pursuing what it is that you want to do. I am living most free right now because I decided to not worry about those things and to really pursue what it was that I wanted to do with my life and how I wanted to live. And that kind of happiness is invaluable. So I would say, if it's so hard to do, but if you can let go of societal pressures to be something and just decide that you're going to be who you want to be, it's the most liberating thing in the world.
For sure, you know, you finally get to like take down either your tribal barriers of where you come from or how you got here, to, you know, like, okay, so this was my past and this is my present and this is what I see for my future, and I appreciate it, but I need to be authentically me.
Yes. Authenticity is everything.
Yeah.
It's everything.
And I really want to know, what are your future plans? Where do you go after Bear Creek Music Festival?
Well, Sweden, actually. Yeah. I'm heading there on the 28th, playing a showcase called Live at Heart. And then I'm going with Ben Cecile and Matt Harrison, my trio. And we are going to be playing in Copenhagen and Amsterdam. And
Have you been yet?
I haven't. I've only been to Scotland, so it's far away from there. And
Have fun.
I would imagine a very different culture. Yeah, I'm super excited about it, and that's the plan. And then, you know, I just released an album in June, and already have enough material. I live life to the fullest. Have enough material for another album, so that'll be the next move. And then just more touring. And that's the plan. It's just the pursuing.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate your time, Kaylee. I'm so happy to have a Peace Country girl talk to another Peace Country girl about life and dreams and attitudes and where we're going to go with it. So thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
With intensity, I try